What is going on, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to your Tuesday morning stream. And I have to apologize because a week ago I titled the stream "The Last Boring Maintenance Stream." And so I jinxed us because guess what? Today is going to be pretty damn boring since we don't have land. Actually, it might get pretty spicy. The comment section on the last couple of videos I have put out have been so delicious. And so I just figured maybe we do a little group therapy together today to talk about land and how it's not yet here. So if you guys want to chat about land, we can do that. If you don't want to chat about land, I will say this. You know what? Maybe it was just the motivation from the announcement yesterday, but I actually went and I figured out how to install the Gala Games launcher on my computer. So I'm very excited to play some other games over the next couple of weeks here as we wait for both Rebellion and Land. But overall, it is what it is. There's going to be a lot of cope out there. There's going to be a lot of hate on the other side. A lot of disappointment and frustration. So I'm curious to see where the community is kind of standing right now. But yeah, that's just where we're at. So let's see what we got. Dice 12 is in the house. Ghostly BG. We are actually getting an airdrop, so not that boring. Well, you know what, Ghostly BG, you're right. Let's not forget about Inevitable. I just wish land was called Inevitable. Okay. So I'll be honest. The card, I like it. I think it's actually gonna be better than C-Rec, which is not, that's not a high bar anymore, I guess, because C-Rec just isn't as popular. But I think I'm only guaranteed to get like one BCX, and if these cards like stay super expensive, I'm just not in a position where I'm gonna go out and like start buying a bunch more. If I can get a gold foil, then hell yeah, I'll be super excited because then I'll sell that and at least get my guy to silver, so that when Rebellion comes out, I can drop to being a silver player fully. But the thing is, we're seeing coolness across the entire market. So I guess it makes sense, right? If you want to know like what Splinterlands is going to do next, just watch where the market is at. Because the market decided to cool off a little bit. We almost hit 38, but we dipped back down to 36 for Bitcoin, right? ETH and BNB, a lot of the other top coins have all decided to come down a little bit as well, take a little breather. So if you use that as a proxy, whenever we see that, it's like, oh yeah, well, of course they're going to push land, right? They can only launch it when all the numbers are green. So, hopefully that means in the next 2 weeks, I don't know which one causes the other, but in the next 2 weeks, we'll see another Bitcoin bull run, or not bull run, I should say, another Bitcoin pump, as well as land coming out. Now, what's funny is, because people always talk about the holidays. So it's like, oh, well, everybody's getting together, at least here in the US, for Thanksgiving next week. What's the topic of conversation going to be? Oh, inflation and Bitcoin and crypto and how it's pumped, and Bitcoin's up over 100% on the year. And so then everybody's grandma's going to go out and be like, oh, well, I need to go buy some Bitcoin. So boom, the week after Thanksgiving, or the weekend after Thanksgiving, all of a sudden we see this pump, and it's perfect in time for land. So, teams got to make sure that they hit it with that next pump coming in post Turkey Day here in the US. Vilson, what's up, man? It has been a while. How are you? Hello, Mystic Force. It is good to see you. Blockchain Project says Matt is repeating the same exact mistake dates as Aggie did. No one seems to learn. Yep, that is true. I said from the beginning that this was like there was going to be a one strike policy from the community, and I feel like that's where it's at. How long, how much leeway does Matt get until people are just like, oh, it's just the same old, right? So you're not the only one that feels that way. I spent a lot of time on Stever and BB Omega stream last night, and a lot of people were saying the same things. A lot of people that DM me saying the same things. So it's I don't know what to say. I don't want this FUD to spread to Rebellion, because I'd like to think that Rebellion is going to be its own thing and that they can hit the dates. Like I said, the only thing that I'm worried about is if they're like, hey, land takes priority over everything, like has been the case this entire year, then I don't want Rebellion dates to get pushed. I would rather scrap all of land than not get Rebellion. All right, so Vilson, you're doing okay for the most part. Oh, I clicked on the wrong message there. Glad to hear that, man. All right, so Dias says, nah, our family argues a lot about green energy inflation. About green energy and inflation doesn't come up. I hope that you can get your family orange pilled. I mean, there's a lot of renewables being used for Bitcoin mining now. So Vilson, I think I will start getting SPS payments for my services from SPL community to give it more utility. Hey man, do what you can. We could definitely use it. Blockchain projects. Do we need to bring back town hall bingo as a warning? Yeah, I mean, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like, how much of a leeway is the team going to get? And so, a 2-week delay. This is what I was trying to get at. If you guys watched Steve or BB Omega stream last night, it's not insignificant. I know everybody's out there talking about like it's only 2 weeks. It's only 2 weeks. Oh well, okay. It's longer than 2 weeks. It's 6 months at this point, right? Going all the way back to June when we thought it was going to come out. Because just guys, for a minute, just remember that in May, the last town hall or town square of May, we were told land was coming out. We were told land, GLG, and Soulkeep were all coming out in June. It has been 6 months since then, almost 6 months since that point in time, and we don't have all three of them. We don't have any of them. So I'm just saying, I know you want to give the team, and I know even me, right? We're giving the team a lot of patience on this, and I know, like personally, I know everybody's working hard. The reason I'm talking about this is not from a team perspective. I'm literally talking about it from a community perspective. People have just lost all patience. They've lost all confidence. So going back to what I was talking about earlier with the stream last night for Steve and BB Omega, Steve said he was going to buy $7,000 plus more of Rebellion, and he's not anymore. Right? Maybe BB Omega will talk him in. Maybe the FOMO, whatever, will kick in over the last couple of days here. You can see that we haven't really moved. We got under 150,000 packs, but it's still just kind of sitting there. So Steve said he's not going to bring any more money into the game, right? He wants to see something released first. I cannot stress how important and how significant that is. I don't think people realize it, especially coming from someone like Steve, who is playing with house money. Steve, I was either on his stream or he was on mine like a while back talking about how, like, for him, he got in so early that even with the bear market, he's still doing fine. But it's the lack of it's the lack of updates. It's a lack of actually releasing execution, right? He said, these are his words, Steve's words last night, that he's just like, I don't think I want to put any more into this, right? I just don't think that I want to do that. So Steve, who is like, one of the OGs that I would consider OGs, who does have a significant amount of capital in the game, does not want to put more money in. You have Darkest Night, Walking Keys, many others that I won't name here just because I haven't really talked about it. They're not putting more money in. I, since the beginning of the year, have said I'm not putting any more money into this game, right? So after the layoffs last year and whatever, like that was for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I still love the game. I'm still excited about it, but I'm not buying anything unless it's actually out there and I can physically / digitally touch it and hold it, right? So that's been my stance for a while. But it's interesting to see all the people who didn't care about this as much as like an investment or game, they're all coming around and being like, yeah, I'm not spending anymore. So, even, oh my gosh, VC Dragon, VC Dragon was so upset. That dude has so much money in this game, right? So, and he's just like, yeah, and then I'm hearing Gank was frustrated too. I think they're going to stream tonight. So, when you start losing your hardcore supporters, that's just not a good sign. It's just not a good sign. And so I don't want it to just roll over and be insignificant. Again, is there anything that the team can do? No. Like, I mean, they at this point, the damage was done of setting the date. and then not hitting the date, right? So really just moving forward, it's just like, don't set a date, which again, they already did, November 28th. So, if it doesn't, I will say this, if it doesn't come out on November 28th, I would really, really hope that the team just says, yeah, we don't know. And as much as that's going to hurt, and as much as, salt and FUD as that's going to bring over, December and the holidays, hopefully Rebellion is going to be enough to just make people forget about land for a bit. But it's just, like, cock the gun, point it at your toes, and fire as many times as possible. But that's just where things are at. So other than that, though, SPS is holding relatively well, considering we are still seeing about 1 million SPS, million DEC get burned per day, despite the fact that we've added a bunch. And so we'll see where all this DEC ends up going. Now, my concern, especially with proclamations like the one last night from Steve, is Rebellion. Is the pre-sale going to sell out now? Because I don't know who's buying, who's not buying. I just know Steve was going to bring 7K in, which is what? Is that 2,000 packs, right? So how many other people are just going to sit on the sidelines and wait to see if Rebellion actually comes out on December 5th? And that's actually a question that I'll put out here to you guys in the chat, right? Did the delay yesterday change your relationship, your behavior with Rebellion or anything within the game now? It's nice to see SPS move even a bit after so long, though. Not gonna lie. Yeah, no, I mean, we had some great momentum heading into yesterday. I mean, people were excited for land. We burned about 6 million SPS for DEC. And yeah, I mean, things were looking good. Now, SPS, I would say, is following the market more so. I don't think there's a massive sell-off. Like, if you're here, land is coming out in 2 to 6 weeks, maybe 2 months, who knows if Darkest Night ends up being right in 2024. But either way, right, selling SPS at this point doesn't make sense. Well, actually, I sold some this morning because I was trading, but so that's a lie. But for the most part, long-term holders are not going to sell. Let's see. Yo, what's going on, Virus? Good to see you here. International Travel Channel, Guten Abend. Virus, I have more time to recoup my DEC for land and can buy more packs now. All right, see, Virus is doubling down. Let's go. All right, so I wouldn't have gotten packs anyway for now because I'm dry and business has been slow. Fair enough, man. Yeah, I haven't gotten my packs yet, but I will at some point. Not that many. I'm just trying to wait and see when the fireworks happen. Although I really shouldn't wait. I should just grab them. I don't know why I'm waiting. Because if I wait and then it runs out, I'll be like, oh shoot, I meant to buy. All right, I put my land money into Tilray Brands Inc. Cannabis Unit. Lands out. Hopefully make some extra change. All right, fair enough. See, okay, so Mystic Force, you bring up a great point here, right? And this is one that Darkest Night talks about a lot, and actually now Walking Keys is, and some of the private conversations that we've had. Opportunity cost, right? That's a big one for Darkest Night. Opportunity cost. He never used to look at this like an investment, right? He was just spending money in a game. But somewhere over, the last couple of years of him talking to me, I think I had too much of an influence on him looking at this as an investment. And now he's just like, oh shoot, opportunity cost. I spent way too much money in this game. I should have been buying, other projects, or I should have been buying Bitcoin. I should have been doing X, Y, Z. So, to see you here saying, I'm going to take some capital, and that was reserved for land, right? So now we have two instances. Steve saying, I'm not going to put anything in. You got Mystic Force saying, the land money that I had, I'm putting into something else and trying to make some extra change. Now, how much of that is offset by Virus putting more money into the game to get more land? or more DEC for land. Oh, and even blockchain projects. Look at this. I bought more land. So blockchain projects, you're complaining. You're complaining, but you're buying more land. So I guess you're buying when there's blood in the streets as well. I still only bought one pack and just gives more time to acquire DEC. Fair enough. Okay. Oh, Steve, we were just talking about you, man. That was such a fun stream with you and BB Omega last night. I can't imagine how frustrated you were talking with BB Omega the entire time. And don't get me wrong, I love BB Omega. He's my guy, man. He's like eternal. He's like eternal bullishness and just like super chill. Doesn't matter what happens in the game. The Splinterland servers could blow up and he'll be like, "Don't worry, they got this." Right? It's just 2 weeks. So that was a fun conversation because it was like, Steve's like, "Here's my frustration," and then everything was like, "Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal." And it's like, no, you don't understand. It is a big deal. No, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. You guys are fun though. I always enjoy the banter. Jason, is anyone worried that once the land comes out and they participate, that there is a vulnerability that an assets get stolen? That would possibly ruin the entire game. You know, I don't know. I don't know if that's an actual thing. I think, okay, if I can just be very brutally honest here, I feel like somebody, this is not the team saying this. This is somebody, you know, a lot of the hardcore supporters in Math Chat are going to like the worst extreme possibility of like, hey, you know, if land doesn't come out right, all of your assets are going to get stolen. And they're saying that in a way to scare you, right? To say like, this is why we need to wait another 2 weeks. I don't, again, I'm not technical, so I don't understand how that all works and, you know, what the case would be. Is it possible? Absolutely. But guess what? It's also possible right now if somebody decides to like hack the system. My worry when it comes to an exploit is that whether, not whether, but like, I guess it could be whether grain or SPS, since those are both, you know, kind of like financial instruments, financial rewards in the system. It's like if you mess up and somebody gets like 90% of the SPS for the first couple of days and they're not supposed to, right, based on like the production, but the bug is like messed up, there's no way for the team to actually go in and then reverse that. So I'm not actually worried about the, you know, assets being vulnerable and getting stolen. I'm not any more worried about that than I would be on a normal day, right? Of like, you know, there's an exploit in the system and something just happens. I'm more worried about I can understand the concern of like not wanting the first 24 hours to look like an absolute shit show where you can't reverse any of the transactions, you can't reverse any of the exploits, and somebody comes away with what is it, 200,000 SPS, right? And in one day they get like 200,000 SPS because it's just like that's what it was, and now there's no way to reverse what ended up happening. It will just look really, really embarrassing for the team if they have to deal with that. All right, Wilson saying what's up to Steve. All right, Florian, a severe exploit was found by Lewis88 and he reported it. He would have been able to move funds from accounts, which he found at the test server. It was fixed. Now it is being tested. What do you mean he was move funds from accounts? Oh, he'd be able to steal things from other accounts. Interesting. I'm assuming that's what you mean, move funds. All right, so you know that's significant. All right, well then I stand corrected. I had no idea what that was, but I guess I'm glad that did not go live. Although it sounded like everything was patched up yesterday, according to FARP. According to Matt, it was not, or at least not satisfactory. But check this out. We're over 10 million SPS burned for DEC. I know a lot of people are still holding on to DEC for land, but if we assume, you know, there's about 150,000 more packs. If we assume that this does actually still end up selling out, 150 times 4,000, and it's about 600 million or so. We'll call it 500 million because there's probably going to be some big buys there. Oh, Steve, did you miss everything I was saying earlier? Okay. We were just talking about you and the fun conversation you had with BB Omega last night. All I said was that it must have been so frustrating trying to get your point across to to BB Omega, who was deflecting left and right. Yeah, man. But I mean, again, and it's all love to BB Omega. He's such a good dude. But I could feel your frustration. I could feel the fire and the passion, and I love seeing it as you were just like, no, stop saying that. You're not responding to my my question. Yeah, Gank was on a Muse in Discord yesterday. He for so long said he had no expectations. Yeah, I was talking to Keys, and I heard that Gank wasn't happy. And obviously he showed that in the Discord. So I'm curious to see what their stream looks like. Excuse me, because they usually stream on Mondays last night, but they moved it to Tuesday this week because they thought Land would be out. So I don't know if they're still going to stream tonight, but I hope they do, because I'm curious to hear Gank's thoughts. Yes, it was fixed, but Matt did not trust the quick fix enough and wanted more test time without any major issues. Fair enough. Yeah, no biggie. So Steve says, yeah, he gives them a bit too much trust. So, it's like, yeah. Yeah, and I'm working from home. All of us had plans for today. I kind of like what sucks is, like, I had the opportunity to do something else. I was just like, something else today too. And it was just like, oh man, like I could have been free this afternoon. I turned it down because I was like, I actually have no idea how long I'm going to stream. I don't know how long this thing's going to happen. And so I turned down like something to go to in the afternoon today. And it's just like, oh, well, that sucks. Because now like I can't, it was a ticketed thing. So it's like, well, now I can't go. Sucks. So DJ saying, I felt frustrated by FARP saying it was set in stone and no delays. Yeah, again, it's just communication. Communication has unfortunately just not been a strong point for this project. Specifically Land is what I'm talking about. I saw Kiza put up 10 plots for sale yesterday. He must not be enjoying the delay. Well, yeah, look, I mean, I guess it's public, right? Keys is selling. So Keys is selling. Darkest Night's waiting to sell. Like, I don't know. I don't want to come off and just be bearish here to be bearish, but I'm telling you guys, the people who are such hardcore supporters that used to spend a lot of money, some of them even influencers in the space, they're done. Like, I don't think you guys understand. They're done. Steve is not spending any more money until the team delivers something. He, for the short period of time, is done, right? So, yeah, don't worry. 2 weeks is nothing. And you know what? At the end of the day, it may not even matter, right? So, as I've said before, I'm not worried about the project at all in terms of funding or whatever. I think, Matt's going to do, he's going to be very conservative, and they're going to do whatever they need to do to get to the finish line here, or to the bull run is what I meant by finish line. So, I've said it before, like, Splinterlands has two options here. And don't get me wrong, I love the team, I love the game, I want it to succeed. But there's two options. You can either limp your way into the next bull run, or you can thrive, right? And hit the ground running. And so all of these things that happen that are frustrating players, causing them to either leave or no longer spend money in the game or sell out, that is more towards the limping side, right? And that means you don't really hit the moon. You just maybe get into outer space rather than really getting that, because like this, here's my thing. And I want an honest answer from anybody that wants to, I want an honest answer from anybody out there who can answer this for me, right? When you have folks like Steve saying he's not spending any more money, when you have folks like Keys and Darkest Night that are selling or whatever the case is, when you have, like, who's coming in to replace them? That's my question. Are we seeing new players come in, new capital come in to replace them? Because I haven't necessarily seen that yet. Um, and maybe it gets made up for by other players. It could be. I mean, we even saw that here, right? You know, Virus is still going heavy. Blockchain Projects is still buying stuff. But is it enough? Is it enough? Again, I'm not worried about Splinterlands, so I'm not trying to be bearish here. We're gonna make it to the next bull run, right? We're gonna make it to the next bull run. To me, the difference is SPS gonna hit $1 or is SPS gonna hit 10 cents? All right, and that delta is based on the execution of the team. And look, 10 cents, if you buy SPS now, 10 cents is still like a 5x, 6x, right? I mean, that's not bad for crypto terms. And that's not bad for a project that is in its second bull run. Usually, you know, they all fizzle out anyway. So, and never really hit their all-time high. All right, so let's see. Florian saying, I feel frustrated by Farp feeling like things has been decided over his head. Yeah, you know, that was a really uncomfortable situation yesterday with kind of Farp and Matt going at it in the comments. But, you know, it's at the end of the day, Farp's the lead dev, but he's not the decision maker. So clearly for me, it was just now the doubt I had that they can build. This seems more true, and don't like messaging that, oh, all is fine, we are just delaying. Yeah. Dai says, yeah, Gank really likes to let us Mavs know his thoughts. I still like him though. I got nothing against Gank. He's pure 100% raw passion. Sometimes I agree with it, sometimes I don't, and well, but I appreciate that it's there. It's good to hear that you think they will get it done. Well, what are you talking about? I mean, I don't know about land, but I think that they'll get Rebellion done. So I was actually talking internally with some team members yesterday, just to kind of confirm that, you know, Rebellion is like a separate project. And I'm like, my concern was like, just please, whatever you do, don't move the Rebellion date, right? If you move the Rebellion date for land, like people will flip a shit. I will flip a shit if you move the Rebellion date. Come on, man. Like, and I know people have been waiting for land, but it's just like land has been this freaking bulldozer that has just demolished every other aspect of development within the game, right? It's just put everything else on the sidelines. And if you do that to Rebellion, like, come on. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know, you're gonna lose a lot of folks that way. All right, DJ says it's the exact reason why I'm not buying any Rebellion. Oh, see, look, another one. Sorry, I'm not calling you out, DJ. I'm just saying, like, here are all the people saying I was gonna buy Rebellion, but now I'm not. All right. So I said this in the video yesterday. This selling out, I think, is not a guarantee anymore for me. This is how much changes, right? In literally 3 days or 4 days, whatever it was when I recorded the video. I was like, man, land's coming out. I think we're gonna sell out before land. The market's pumping, all this blah blah, and then it's just like, boom, the momentum is gone. It's just the wind taken out of the sails. It's a gut punch to the community, right? And now you got Steve, you got DJ, and I'm sure many others that aren't on stream or are not willing to share publicly, that are just like, nah, you know what? Let's see what happens on December 5th before I decide to put in more money into the game. All right, Virus says, hopefully when things are out and people are able to see the new shiny things, they end up FOMOing back in before it's too late. Yep, let's hope that's the case. Dice12 says 10 cents would still pay off my house. Fantastic. But, you know, $1 would buy you 9 more houses. So, just saying. Devs should never have a say when a product is being released, says Blaze Coast. They can say when they are done and it should be ready, but there are too many other factors for the devs to be the spokesman. Well, you know, that comes down to us probably having too much access to the team through Discord. This is a very different project, right? And Virus, I think, touched upon it really well last night during Steve's stream, where it's just like, you know, when he's working on dev stuff, he doesn't have to like interface with the customer and give them updates and let them know things are ready or whatever. It's just like, you know, at the end of the day, it's like when it's done, it's done. and you don't have to be like talking with the community about anything. Virus says, and by too late, I mean before they are already completely out of the ecosystem. Oh, well, Yeah. I mean, like, so I talked about several folks already, like for example, Darkest Night, and we're close enough that I think he's comfortable with me sharing all this, but it's like, I'm still hopeful. I keep telling him, I keep almost like teasing him, because I'm just like, dude, once you see Rebellion and you see the card values, hopefully like holding well over time, you'll probably feel a little bit more inclined, right? And he's like, I don't know, maybe, right? He's like, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So, but then he switches the conversation. He's every time we're talking, he's just like, yeah, but let's go play Parallel. so it is what it is. I'm hoping that it's not going to be too late, but there's a lot of folks that I'm not even going to bring up by name, just because I have private conversations with them where it's just like, dude, I just get a WTF DM, and it's just like, that's it, I'm done. And I'm like, okay, why are you telling me like I'm gonna do anything about it? But I love you guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the DMs, right? Sorry, I appreciate the DMs, because I think people are trying to let me know so that I can probably talk about it on here. So I don't mean to dismiss your messages. It's just like, man, that's why we have the group therapy session today, because I knew it was going to be needed. Everybody needed to come out, get it out of the system, just vent. Take some deep breaths together, right? I'll throw a little yoga video on later on, or some meditation music. Oh, do we have meditation music? Hold on, let me see. Like, this is super chill, but let me see if we can get some actual like meditation music. This is not going to be meditation, but it's just so weird. I don't even like it. But it's just to make you see, it's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit more upbeat, right? So everybody just take a deep breath. The pre-sale for Rebellion will be done in 3 days. And then I'm going, I like, this channel is going to go black. I'm going to go blackout on this channel, since there's not going to be anything to talk about until after Thanksgiving. And I'm going to have family here, right? So everybody just take a deep breath. We're all going to take a small break from Splinterlands over the next couple of, or the next week and a half. And then yeah, we'll come back on the 20th. Damn, I'm not even free on the 28th anymore. That sucks. I'm not free until the evening of the 28th, so I'm gonna miss out on all the land craziness. All right, so does Rift airdrop come straight when game is back up? I believe so, Lapsus. That's how it's been for the last couple ones. Blazeco, oh, you agree with Blazeco's about devs not having a say? Well, that comes from a dev. I respect it. So DJ says, honest question, are these delays because of developers, leadership, project management? What do we think is the issue? That might be too spicy of a question for me to answer, but I'm curious to see what others say. I mean, I think it's as cop out as it is, I think it's a combination of everything, right? Like, don't get me wrong. Here's the thing. You can't lay it all at Matt's feet, because obviously these issues were happening before Matt joined. But I'll take it back and I'll say this. I know people are not going to like it or maybe disagree with it, but there's a reason that I was a big fan of Weirdbeard. And it's not because of all the stuff that he was saying publicly. It's because of all the stuff that I saw him doing internally to make sure people were talking, right? To make sure communication was happening all across the board. Just making sure that everybody was being held accountable. So I think that was a pretty big loss when, they had to let him go. Not saying that him being here would have fixed anything. That's not what I'm trying to get at. It's just, when you see how the sausage is made, that's one part that I really appreciated, which I don't think a lot of people saw, and therefore, shit on Weirdbeard as much as they possibly could. So, there's a lot of passionate people, but maybe project management is where it comes down to, right? Because it's just, there's a lot of passionate people who are working really hard, but, I think Matt even admitted to this, right? There was, they put more devs onto land back in August, and that ended up not, more cooks in the kitchen doesn't mean it cooks faster, right? So it ended up causing maybe even more problems than it was trying to solve. So, yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I think the core thing, you're asking what the delays are, because I'll say this. I'm going to even go out on a limb here and say, I don't think there's been any delays. I think this project was always going to take a really long time. And I don't think that anybody on the team really thought through what the ramifications of giving early time frames and then not hitting them. They didn't think about what the ramifications would be to like the psyche of the community and how many people that they would lose. So again, it's like getting way too bullish with your estimates and continuing to let down the people who are supporting you. So I would say that, you know, if they had come out, here's the thing. If they had come out in April, right after Land 1.0 and said, look, Land 1.5 is a big project. We're not going to get it out until the end of the year. We're not going to get it out until January 2024, right? People would have been like, oh, well, this sucks. But at least we wouldn't be showing up every week being like, is it going to happen again? Oh, wait, they gave us a date. Oh, no, it's not. So, you know, this stuff takes time to build. And I want to be respectful of the fact that, you know, Farpatrod and Creative and Nate, like they've all been working really hard to get it going. So it's, to me, it's really just a communication issue, which is why, you know, this comes down to like 2.0. I'm trying to set everybody's expectations that this is not going to happen. 2.0 is not happening until late 2024. And if we continue to see delays like this, right? Bugs, little things that they need to take care of here and there, scope creep with 1.6. You know, I think you can kiss 2.0 goodbye in 2024, and that might be more of a 2025 thing. All right. And again, are they going to communicate that? I don't know. Right. The old kind of mentality, which you can probably put at Aggie because, you know, buck stops here kind of thing. Right. You just go back to the roadmaps that were being put out while Aggie was CEO. At the bottom, they had this awesome disclaimer that says these timelines are wildly optimistic and there's a very small chance that we hit it. Right. But here's your roadmap. So I don't want roadmaps anymore because they don't mean anything. Right. It's just like, don't even give me dates. Just like, let me know when the stuff is ready to go. And I think the rest of the community is starting to come around to that as well. Jason says there are big YouTubers who are extremely bullish on Web3 gaming. Alex Becker, for example, in the bull run, new money will trickle into smaller caps like Splinterlands when they check out the big caps. Yeah, I mean, I know, but like, so here's the thing, Jason, I don't doubt that. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not worried about the bull run, right? We're gonna make it there. It's just, are we gonna limp into it or are we gonna hit the ground running? So there's gonna be a very big difference because let's say things had been different. We're going to go in a hypothetical world right now. Let's say Bitcoin had never stopped pumping. Okay. Bitcoin had never stopped pumping and we saw, Bitcoin hit 40K and all of a sudden all these other games started popping off. And then you had that money coming in. Everybody's around the holidays looking to make some cash, right? Looking to get into games and projects and stuff. And then they all come in to Splinterlands Discord, YouTube channels and all this stuff, influence or whatever. And what's the conversation? Land delayed again. All right. So this would not be a good day for sentiment, right? For new players to come in and see what this game is all about. So I think correcting anything that leads to the type of sentiment that we have last night and today, that needs to be high priority if you want to actually hook in the money, right? New money is going to come around and it's going to flirt with us. It's going to be floating around and orbiting around Splinterlands. But it's like, if you actually want to hook them, if you want to, pull them into our gravitational field, if I'm going to go harder on this space metaphor, then, the sentiment's going to need to be better. Execution is going to need to be there. And you're just going to need to have people super happy, right? L4, good morning. What did I miss again? Oh, nothing. We are getting the inevitable airdrop today, so that should be fun. It seems to be dev because every time the system is buggy or a big issue is found. This is what Steve is saying. I did feel better after the stream last night just because I got to vent. See, there you go. So we're just having group therapy vent sessions. That's all it is. Almeal, what's up? Any update regarding land? I've been away. Land has been delayed for 2 weeks to the 28th after they found some pretty big bugs. So land 1.5 coming 11/28, 2 week delay minimum, I guess is the keyword there from Jason. Game is back up. All right, cool. Let's go claim. let's go claim my inevitable guy. Maybe Matt heard me complaining and is going to give me a gold foil to make me happy and make this stream into a non-vent session. All right, so I needed 300 packs, so I was 25 short. So I'm only going to get one. Sorry, one guaranteed. All right, here we go. Fingers crossed. Drum roll. And one. Called it. All right, so the thing is, at level 1, he's still not bad. That immunity with that health is kind of beastly. And you get triage at the lower levels. Him and you know what I want to play? And Venari Crystal Smith in a poison matchup, and they can just have a love fest where they keep healing each other. Oh wait, where am I looking? Oh, Rift Watchers. Oh, let's go to owned. This music isn't too bad. It's like nice and light, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. Now the question is, do I want to sell this guy and make a quick $20? Because what's interesting? Let's see, how's Immolation doing? Oh, Immolation went up. All right, fair enough. Oh my God, C-Rec? What? Somebody cleared out the marketplace for C-Rec. That's crazy. Holy crap. Okay. Well, there you have it. C-Rec is now the most expensive card. Yo. Dude, C-Rec heard us talking trash about it and decided I was going to do something about it. That is hilarious. What's mine? Level 2? Oh, I'm still delegating out to Emma. All right, sorry, Emma. I'm going to take it back now. I think someone's had it for weeks, so I haven't even been using it. Cool. Well, now I'm going to be happy with my $150 card right here. $50 per BCX is what I'm talking about. Let's go, C-Rec. What happened? Come on. Load for me. Oh, now I want to go back to the marketplace, please. All right. So Rift Watchers is officially complete. This is the full set. I need to get one more of these guys because, oh, you know what? Let's be safe. Make sure to lock your cards, guys. Otherwise, when LAN goes live, somebody's going to steal all of it. Just kidding. Just kidding. They fixed the patch. Also, I don't even know if locking would would prevent it. All right, let's go back to the marketplace because I'm curious to see how the rest is doing. Actually, I don't know why Splinter's website's being so slow, but let's just take a quick looky here. Pack value. Oh, that's not pack value. Pack value. Up to 90 cents for Chaos Legion. Isn't that interesting? Rift Watchers is down from its pack price. Isn't that fascinating? The cards are all getting sold off, but people are holding on to the packs. And this was updated recently, which is really nice. So now we know exactly where everything's at. You got 936,000 open. You got 130,000 circulating. So Compare that to 2.6 million, almost 2.7 million for Chaos. I wonder when we burn out of Rift Watchers. No. Has that changed? It was like mid-December. We can't have bought that many, right? So 450,000 divided by 15,000. Oh, exactly 30 days. So, yep. Was it December 14th? And I don't think anybody's buying any more now. So we'll probably hit that December 14th date. People are way too distracted with Rebellion and Land. I don't know why this still says available, because they're not. They're taking off the marketplace. I love this little voucher calculator here. I don't know how accurate it is, but we're going to take it. All right, let's go back into the game. Dude, why will you not go to the marketplace, please? Huh. So you can see I got my credits ready. I'm going to buy 100 packs. And I think I have the vouchers for the 5 extra packs too. But if I want to take advantage of any more bonus, I would need to buy 20 more. I'd have to buy them in multiples of 20 to get the benefit of an extra pack at 5%. I could buy them in multiples of 10 to get more of those Grim Bardoons. But, you know. Oh, meditation music, any 528 hertz. It's just all stock music here, L4. Hey, these are not delays. Oh, am I super behind on chat? Sorry about that. All right, so my Switch backlog is pretty massive. I got plenty. Nice. All right, totally normal in development of a robust project that the date changes like this. Elon's rocket delay an hour before launch. Just launch it. No. Yeah, my Switch backlog will keep me busy for quite a bit. What are you playing? Should I have a Switch too. I need to set it up here. Calm the F down. We're closer than ever before. All right, Blaze Coast. Trying to bring some sanity back into the mix. Brandon, airdrop now. Go, go, go. Good luck is in the air. I got my first gold foil. Well, congratulations, man. I got the bare minimum. I think they need to adopt the mantra under promise and over deliver, because what's happening currently doesn't work. Agreed. Very much so. Looks like Blaze Coast does as well. One issue is maybe we just get to see too much of how the sausage is made here. Less town halls might be better. I like the town halls. I think that they're great to like just come together. We get to look forward to things in the future. Personally, I feel like there's a way to do the town halls without talking about dates. And I think we would still be fine because the community would just get together on a weekly basis. When they switched to bi-weekly, that was rough. On those Mondays where there was nothing going on, it's like, okay, right? But I think there's a way to come in, participate with the community, you know, share some, like, you know, and maybe Matt's not the right person to do this just because his responsibilities are too high, but like, come in and run a tournament on the off weeks. Like, shit, I would do it, right? I'll stream a tournament and whatever, and you know, have maybe some people from the team come in and just talk about the future, what they're working on. Again, I know, is that going to get people upset and frustrated? Sure, it could, but I think you could avoid it if it's just people talking about what they're working on, like a little kind of like hang session with the team rather than a town hall where they're giving us updates, right? It's just like, you know, people always appreciate Hardpoint and Nate and Cryptomancer all just coming to hang out and talk about like, oh yeah, I'd love to see like this and this in the game, right? The issue is just when somebody asks, when are we going to see that? Don't say anything, or don't, you know, just be like, oh no, this is just an idea. But it's a cool idea, and maybe we'll talk about it more. I got one minimum. I got minimum, so one. Then I opened 25 rift packs and didn't even get a legendary. Ugh. Oh wow, Virus got a gold foil. Congrats. 2 regular foil and a gold foil. Nice. Congrats, guys. All right, some cards aren't available on the market. Mortius gold foil, for example. Oh, that's a good point. Put that C-Rec on the market and see what happens. What's up, Racing? Good to see you here. I wonder. Oh, DJ, you beat me this week. Oh, you beat me bad. GG's. How much is C-Rec renting for? A level 2. Oh, I could be getting 30 DEC a day. Anybody want to rent C-Rec? Level 2 C-Rec? Yeah, that self-heal, though, is kind of nice. Let's see, where are we at with tournaments? This is the only place I'm actually playing right now. Oh, got a bunch today. Nice. Oh, did I make it to the second round here? Let's freaking go. Oh, man, look at this. I'm killing it in these gold tournaments. 9-1. Bro, I'm destroying everybody here. Look at all these battle helper users. I'm going to mess you up. Let's see, is there anything else to enter into? Oh, Brandon, I don't know if you're here. Thank you again for that delegation. You can take it back. I did terrible in the tournament. So, just FYI. Oh, is this another one again? Oh, no. This is, I don't have nearly enough power for that. But see, I don't know. This is just something like, look at it. It's not even like halfway full yet. All you have to do is enter in and you make 10x your SPS. Yeah, tournaments really need to be looked or overhauled. I do hope that Claiborne's gonna take that challenge head on. Oh, here's one. Let's enter this one. Okay, so here's my plan for Rebellion. Let's talk about Rebellion because I'm feeling way better about Rebellion than Land. And I think everybody's gotten it out of their system. I haven't seen any new comments about Land, so let's pivot over to Rebellion. My plan that first week, again, assuming there's no delays on Rebellion, and we get we get it on the 5th. Like I want to run tournaments and like be streaming the entire week, but I want them to be not anytime tournaments because that's no fun, especially if you have tactics. So let's see, that's 3 weeks from today. Like I want to be running them like 2 to 3 times a day and just streaming all of it. Get people super hyped, see how powerful the cards are, watch the battles, get into the meta. Like, and the best part is that like I can clear most of that week and that weekend. And I don't know, to me, I think it's just going to be awesome. So plus on top of that, we got, free tournaments, or not free tournaments, but like I'm on the whitelist now. So hopefully they don't think that I'm abusing the privilege, but I'm literally trying to like get the hype up for Rebellion. In what I deem as the appropriate tournaments for when you introduce something like tactics, right? Because anytime tournaments really need to just, I don't want to say go away, but they need to be not the priority anymore. How are you going to release new awesome cards that have these abilities, but you can't even use them properly in, the highest paying tournaments? That's just not going to make any sense. Let's see here. Yeah, so that entire week, I don't got anything going on. I mean, not yet, but I'll make sure that I don't have anything else going on. So Virus is asking, have you seen freight changes mentioned in Discord? I mean, I know people are talking about it. I haven't seen anything specific though, Virus. What are you seeing or considering? Do you still have 200? Yes, I do. Almiel, I've been bearish all 2023. This time is different. I'm bullish now. SPS regardless, land setback. Looking to buy more on the next dip. All right, fair enough. Well, like I said, I'm not. It's land is disappointing, but I'm not bearish on the project by any means. And even if they just continue to kick the can down the road with land, they're gonna get the wave of the bull run. It's just I would love to see $1 SPS rather than a 10-cent SPS at the height of the bull run. And I think that execution from the team is going to determine what that not all time, but like what that high ends up being. Cycle high, we'll call it. If they do not include CL reward cards in Rebellion only phrase, they will probably be the lowest filled in T1, T2 guilds. Well, that's going to push people to start getting Rebellion only, which I think would actually be good. Hold on, let's go to guilds here for a second. Like I'm planning to do silver. Oh, you know what? You're right. In tier 1 and tier 2, there's no okay, I get what you're saying. In tier 3, there's no chaos only. It's only in tier 1 and tier 2. Well, I'm glad somebody's looking at it because it's better that we have a head start on the problem. So shout out to whoever mentioned that, and shout out to Claiborne for organizing a discussion. Besides alpha beta, it is confirmed Fear and Greed index on Spelunks is now 8 out of 10. Time to buy. Wait, where is that something? Is that real? Where can you even look at that? How do they measure that? Okay, where were we? Oh, we were looking at tournaments beforehand, right? Sorry, I was just going through and entering into some since I was on the page. Ooh, Darth Squirrel Showdown. Oh, you know what I have on my calendar today, guys? Let's see. I guess what's his name mentioned it already, Royal Eagle, so I can talk about it. But I'll be doing another internal QA test for Rebellion. So are there any questions you want me to ask? I don't know if I'll be able to get answers, but at least not more answers than I've already said. All right, that doesn't seem like there's anything else that I can jump into, at least not for a while. Oh, I'm so excited for Rebellion, man. Like I wish it's just like this land drama. It's like it was so unnecessary in my opinion. I guess this is where my frustration lies, right? Because I don't care about land that much. It's like this land drama was just so unnecessary because it's like I'm so hyped for Rebellion. I think you guys are going to be too. And land was going to be like the cherry on top, but it's like, oh wait, never mind, the cherry was spoiled and then it took off all the whipped cream and all the other frosting and it's even cut into some of the cake now, right? So it's like like we didn't really need the cherry, did we? Like this cake would have been delicious. Why do I always jump into food metaphors? But hopefully you understand what I'm saying. It's just the drama around land was just so unnecessary because Rebellion is going to be freaking awesome. I don't think anyone mentioned it yet. I was just thinking about it, but I should probably jump into that discussion on Discord. Oh, okay. Well, that would be much appreciated, Virus. You're live. No land till 2025. Yes, I'm live, and you're here commenting. 2024. Sorry, it's all good. We always get our years mixed up. Alpha gold cards are at 30. Wilson says, "Do you guys think SPS can't hit 10 cents if land starts?" I think you mean can hit. I think 10 cents is too high. To be honest with you, I think 10 cents too. Like, I'm sorry, if you're talking about like time frames, I think 10 cents is way too high for us to go at any point in the next 6 months. I'm thinking after the Bitcoin halving is when we can start to really see some moves. If we hit 10 cents, like here's the thing, and if we hit 10 cents with just land or rebellion, I'll probably be insufferably bullish like Aggie, because I'll be like, holy crap, we actually did hit 10 cents without the bull run coming in. That's a huge moment, right? But 10 cents, like that's not an insignificant market cap for us to hit. Like we'd be up there with some of the higher level games. It's like we'd be close to parallel, right? We'd be at a lot of the other kind of market caps around 120, 150 million. So no, I don't think we can hit it with just land. I think after the Bitcoin halving, and that's when new money starts to roll in, right? And some narratives, namely, hopefully, gaming will be a big part of that. That's when I'm hoping we can start to see, some higher things. But like, just with land, just with the rebellion, I think 10 cents is too high. And here, like, you guys are like, oh, 10 cents seems so low. Keep in mind, 10 cents is more than a 5x from where we are at, right? I don't see very many other coins, even like top projects. None of them are doing multiples right now, all right? Parallel was like one of the rare ones that did like a 2x. And then of course, like Solana did like a 2-3x, but Solana was probably oversold with all the, FTX collapse and all that. So if you're saying that we're going to go up 600% because of land, I don't see that. I can see us doing a 3x, right? Getting to about 5 cents. Because keep in mind, a 3x from here is going to be kind of crazy. Could it be enough to like pull people in? Maybe, but I don't think the market's quite there yet, right? The narrative hasn't really set in, and I don't think it's going to set in until after the Bitcoin halving. There's just too much else going on right now, right? You got Bitcoin ETF that we're waiting on. You have the Bitcoin halving in April. So if you're asking me if we're going to do a 6x just because of land, I don't see that. Almiel says, if land goes live and Flywheel starts, I can see nothing stopping SPS from hitting 20 cents. I see it doing what Terra Luna did in 2021. Time to buy, in my opinion. Yeah, again, when we hit bull run mania, right, euphoria and dumb money starts coming in, that's when I can see it, right? So going back to Vilson's point here, if land launches, that's not a, hey, new players come in and come in and join the game. Land is very much for players who've been here for the past 3 years. So in order to jump up in terms of market cap, like, is that new money coming in from players, current players? I don't think so, right? We're not going to do a 6x in terms of like valuation. We're not going to go from a $20 million market cap for SPS to like $120 million market cap just with the player base that we have. There has to be significant amounts of more people coming in order for that to happen. And land is not going to do that. Land is just going to satisfy the people who've been here waiting patiently for it. Okay, sorry. What I mean is, do you think land can be a catalyst? I mean, land has already been a catalyst, right? Land, rebellion, whatever you want to call it. I mean, SPS is up like 16%, 1.3 to 1.7 cents. That's not insignificant. But you're talking about like a 5 to 6x here, and that's not. I don't see that happening. In the middle of trading, bad freezing on my part. No worries. And Vilson, just to be clear, like I'm Papa Bear, right? So I'm very, very conservative in what my expectations are. I'm not sitting here. You're never gonna sit here or see me sitting here talking about, oh, SPS is gonna go to $1. SPS is gonna do this. If it does, that's awesome, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm still holding my SPS, but at that point, I'll actually probably take a closer look at like who's here this time versus who was here last time, right? And what I mean by that is we were getting fed crazy amounts of propaganda because we not propaganda, but just like misinformation because it was all bots entering into the system, right? Whereas this time around, I think many of us are going to look and be like, oh, numbers are going up. Who's buying? And why are they buying? Where's the exploit? That like there's enough people have been trained that way over the past couple of years. Whereas back then, I didn't know. So I was still buying SPS at 80 cents, at 60 cents, right? And all of a sudden it's like, oh, shoot, there's a lot of serious problems here. That was a mistake. KQ Forever. We passed 10 million SPS burned. Raise a glass. Indeed. I know I don't have expectation in general. Just wanted to see what you think. Yeah. Again, so my threshold, I think it's going to be very, very difficult for SPS to hit 25 cents. Is it possible? Yes, but it would have to have the same momentum as last time because 25 cents is roughly around the same market cap that we topped out at during the last bull run. Now, the last bull run, I would say Splinterlands was one of the premier games. It was like one of the only actual games in Web3. So people were just speculating on projects, and then they came to Splinterlands and like, oh, there's actually a real game here. This thing has a future. I'm really excited about it now, right? Let me throw some money in there. That I don't think that's going to happen this time around. Right? Just being honest, there's a lot of other games that have launched over the past however long. A lot of these games look good, like look better than Splinterlands, and there's a lot more games that are set to launch. So when you get someone coming in, the difference between 2024, 2025, and 2021 is the fact that Splinterlands had one of the only games at the time. Everything was just a promise of like a future. Hey, this is what it's going to look like, and people still spent money on that, right? Versus the actual game that was Splinterlands. So now what happens when there's a bunch of other games out there with economies just as bad as Splinterlands, right? And here's where we have to have a nuance about this. I am bullish on the structure of the Splinterlands economy. That doesn't change the fact that the economy is total trash right now, right? I love the flywheel, but until the flywheel is activated and we clean up everything, all the excess DEC, the token's still down 98%. So, when casuals are just coming in and looking at charts, that's all they see. All right, they don't come in and they see like, oh, flywheel, this is going to be just like Terra Luna. And if you tell a casual like, hey, we have tokenomics just like Terra Luna, guess what they're going to say? Oh, screw that. I know what happened to that project. I'm not touching anything within Splinterlands because that thing's just going to collapse on itself. So, the kind of marketing or image that, Splinterlands puts out needs to be very, very specific, especially to casual people. Because Matt even said it yesterday. We're not going to compete on gameplay, right? We're going to compete on economy. And I think Splinterlands, the reason I'm here is I think it has one of the best economy designs. But for the casual dumb money that comes in, they don't care about economy design. They're looking at, what has potential to jump up on the charts, what has a decent game that people are playing. We don't have the game. We have the economy design, but how deep are they going to dig into that, right? Because if you just look at the charts, Splinterlands is down like everything else. So Jason says, I burn SPS now because I'm too lazy to move it to Hive Engine. Oh, Jason, we thank you for your sacrifice. Amazing. That is fantastic. Let's jump back over here. You are helping the future of the game. So we are at how much? 10 million. Wait, how did the circulating go down so much? Oh, is this not counting what's in the DAO? That's got to be it. Yeah, where's the DAO stuff? There's a DAO thing here. Or there was. Oh, did he get rid of it? Dude, there's been so many changes here. Dude, I swear there was like a DAO, SPS DAO section that showed how much value is in the DAO. No, I guess they got rid of it. Okay. Well, that's that. So 325 million liquid. Now, what I want to do is go into pools and see how much we got locked away. Oh, wow. Look at this. This thing hit $1 million. That's kind of cool. So there's 29 million SPS here. There's 22 million SPS. That's 50. 2.5, 2.5, 1.2. All right. So we're at like 60 million SPS locked up in liquidity pools. Why did I think we were like way higher than that? Let's go to total SPS. So now, oh, you know what I was thinking of? I was looking at the team wallets here. All right, so you got 36 on the ETH bridge. Oh, where's the BSC bridge? 36 plus another 7. We'll just call that 45. So 45 plus 60. We're already at 100 million, 105-ish million. Then you got the team with another 100 million here in their cold wallet. So we'll just call that 200, 205. I don't know about this wallet. Holy crap. Vugtis is holding. Oh, no, this is just total. Oh, hold on. This doesn't include. You know what? Hold on. We got to go to here for non-staked. Should add that in. All right, so where were we at? We were at 40 or 60 plus another 45 with the bridges. So 105. All right, the cold wallet. That's cool. All right, so that's on. So we're still at 205 then. Oh, interesting. Look at this. Splinterland's wallet here has only 10 million. Oh, so the Splinterlands is staking. The Splinterlands game is actually staking like 5 million. Ain't that something? So we'll just say 200 million in SL Cold. I don't know how often that they move SL Cold, but we're at like 200 or so million. I mean, maybe 215 with this one and Steam Monsters. SMUSD. So okay, we'll just go on the low end there. So 200 million SPS liquid. I'm sorry, not liquid, but SPS kind of locked up in either liquidity pools, bridges, or the team wallets, which puts us at roughly like 127 million. That's actually liquid. And we were closer to like 150 before, right? So people have either staked or burned, and we've seen about 6 million or so burned. So, yeah. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't think it was 150. We were like in the 130 somewhere. So that makes sense. We burned about 6 million. And, people continue to stake. This 707 has continued to go up. So 127 million liquid SPS. I don't know how much we're getting dropped on a daily basis. I don't think it's quite 1 million. It's probably closer to like 600,000. But it's still a lot. Damn, it's crazy to see Golem Overlord and Terracore how low will these tokens go? I mean, the real answer is 0, but it's like before we get there, how many decimal points can we hit? How many zeros after the decimal point can we hit? Oh my gosh, GLGT is back below 0.003. Oh, there's another one. Well, if you guys want to see more broken promises, let's see what happens with GLG. They did say by the end of the month is what they're shooting for. So now we have GLG and Land both slated for the end of November. I did not attend the last office hours. Was there anything significant in there? KQ says Dow has 106 million. What's up, Aaron Kennedy? Keith, good to see you here. Brian says for Splinter cars, we can see DEC supply goes up to 4.7 billion. Do you have any idea about whether these DEC were from burnt cards or SPS? Well, Brian, we do know that about 6 million SPS was burned to create DEC. So, it didn't all come from cards, and it may not have all come from SPS, but it's probably a combination of both. But you can see here, 10 million. We were actually under 4 million not too long ago. So yeah, it's about 6 million or so. Yeah. Hey, so Brian, was it you or somebody else here who's playing Legacy on Gala? I finally figured out the launcher, so I'll be playing that soon. And I think I actually might just hop on here and stream whenever I do get a chance. So anybody who's playing Gala games, any games on Gala, let me know. Because now that I have the launcher up, I want to go and try a bunch of the things there. I think Legacy was one of the new ones that people are getting excited about. So I want to give that a shot and learn a little bit more about it. Okay, let me see the chat. Keith saying sold all GLX all the way down. Smart move. Also sold GLX all the way down. Now buying it back up again. Zigging when others are zagging. I sold anything that was like 10 cents and above. I sold everything else after that. I just ended up staking because I was like, all right, I got paid enough from this already. I made some money that I didn't expect to make. So now, like, I can allow myself to just stake and see what happens in the future. Hello, everyone. Better late than never. Hope everyone's doing well. Gregory, it's good to have you here. Welcome. Oh, Legacy's broken right now? Oh, so there it is. See, guys, it's a good thing we delayed Land. It's a good thing we delayed Land 2 weeks. We don't want to have a broken game. I'm still going to try Legacy, though. Or should I try something else? I have, I don't have the launcher open right now. I saw Champions Arena on there. I think Bulldog's doing a lot of Champions Arena, right? They have that poker game on there as well. Oh, speaking of poker, gotta see if people are down. When would be a good time for that? Tomorrow? Are people free tomorrow? Am I free? Yeah, maybe we'll try. You need to participate competition to earn Gala, which the early comers win 9 out of 10. I mean, I know, but is the game fun? Or is it all just like play to earn where it's just about earning something? I think that's part of the issue why I haven't like jumped in anything else is because I'm like, I'm not in like an NFT buying mood right now. All right. Come on, bot. Do something. Dude, this guy almost made it to champ yesterday. Let's play battle, shall we? Oh, not enough energy. You lied to me that we had energy. And then it takes me over to tournaments to start doing my tournaments. Oh, let's watch some of the tournament battles here. Oh, okay. 2 of them were fleas. Oh, hold up. You know me. I like any game that has Possibilis in it. So this must have been gold. Yeah, Gregory, I was guaranteed one BCX and I got one BCX. Oh, I remember putting this team together. Oh, this is actually a really smart move with Ferex Defender in the back. I got lucky with the double strike as well as Pierce. Oh, nice miss there. Boom. Okay. Oh, of course he gets to retaliate twice. three times in a row. All right, yeah. It's just a well-crafted team, if I do say so myself. Now, actually, this does get interesting. Because I'm only attacking once. How did I win this? Because I'm not going to get past that dude. Oh, did we get to fatigue rounds? Because I got slightly more health. In the back, 8 versus 7. Oh, that's what it came down to. Yikes. Yep. Fatigue is what cleared it. All right. Well, GG's. Hold on. I want to see the other one too. Because I am flexing my level 3 Quora now whenever I can. Because it has immunity and it is fantastic. So, this is in silver. I'm just going to watch her eat through the entire team. Oh, a miss. Oh, you're slowing down my... Oh, sorry. This wasn't even a poison rule set. This was just... It don't even matter. Girls gotta eat now. Oh, wow. Why are they missing? Oh, because of the blind. Oh, he gets blind at level 5? That's fascinating. Yo, that blind came in way more than I thought it would. Fun stuff. All right, hold on. Was there any more Quora? And then I'll jump back to the chat and we could probably wrap this up. What time is it? Oh, it's almost noon. I thought I spammed Quora somewhere else. Oh, I did and I lost. Was this the poison rule set? Oh, they had a Quora too? Hold on. I gotta see. I usually don't watch whenever I lose because that's boring. But it's probably going to be super frustrating of them going before me. Oh, no. You know what they had? Was it having? No, I'm the one who had having. How did I lose? Oh, bro, you missed. Oh, it's this dude. You know what? That miss was actually huge. Oh, and the dispel. Well played. Huh. All right. I don't want to watch the rest of this. That game sucked. Congrats. Thank you, Gregory. I appreciate that. All right. So are we talking about anything else? You want to do anything else? I don't have my other things set up here, so I can't jump into Gala Games or Parallel just yet. But I'm thinking maybe a little bit later today we'll see. We'll see what Darkest Night's up to. Brian says, what do you expect from GLX if they release on schedule? The beta release was far from interesting. I have, at this point, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I just have no expectations. So I just want a working game. At this point, I just want a working game. So if they can release a game, I'll take that. I'll take that as a win. My expectations are very low. I don't think that any of the stuff that they're going to do right now with releasing a game is going to do anything for the prices of the tokens. I mean, maybe we burn some GLX, but they have like, if you look at the roadmap video I did, community stadiums were going to be something that was supposed to be like huge for tokenomics, right? Where they were going to have all these matches played and all that, and you know, people would get a portion of it based on how much GLX, GLUSD, or GLGT they're staking. That's listed as future, and it's like future doesn't even say Q1, so I have no idea when all that stuff is coming in. So I just want to see a game. I'll probably play it for a couple of days, and then if there's a way to bot it, I'll bot it. If there's not, then I'll just come back when things get more interesting. But yeah, right now, I mean, I'm free rolling that game, right? Everything that I own, the cards, GLX, all of that was because of the airdrop. So I really don't care what happens. Thanks, Jason. Shaman, the core killer. Yeah, that's a big problem. Play for a voucher? No, I'm not going to bet with you. All right, let me know if you want to get the poker stuff set up later. All right, Virus, we'll do. Don't forget, Neil McSheets returns today with Monster Maverick Show, 6 p.m. Eastern on his YouTube channel. All right, let's go. I'm curious to know what he has to say about land. Actually, wait. Oh, you know what? It'll be good for him to start today. I was assuming he was coming back today because land was supposed to be out by that time. But hopefully he doesn't cancel too or postpone his show. Whoops. There's a lot more to talk about than just land. He won't cancel. Okay, cool. You will lose. It's okay. Hold on. One last thing. Oh, no, never mind. Well, look, entire market's down. So, you know, outside for Solana and Matic, they're still trying to push the alt season as much as possible. But yeah, let's what is that? What, 5 o'clock Eastern is what you said? 6 o'clock Eastern? Oh, so 5 o'clock my time. I will try to tune in. Other than that, guys, I think that's all we got today. Hopefully this was helpful for everybody who's been struggling with, you know, all of the everybody who's been struggling with you know, just everything kind of going on. The rough news yesterday, just a little bit of group therapy session. Some people came in and vented. Feel like we got it out of our system. And yeah, it looks like Matt has an invite to the show. Seems he's going to try and make it. Yeah, well, Matt's always been in. He's always attended the Monster Maverick show, so that should be good. Brandon, why aren't you on the show? Aren't you like partners with Neil? Or don't you work with him? I'd love to hear your opinion there in video. Oh, you're going to be in it. Like, I mean, on it, not in the audience. I'm talking about like get on and challenge ideas and share your thoughts. Oh, you will be. Okay, cool. Sweet. Well, guys, make sure you go check that out. All right, guys, I think I've run out of things to talk about. So let's hope that, you know, everybody just plays it cool over the next couple of days. I will be watching the Rebellion presale, and look at this thing. It's actually gone down a couple hundred. So, you know, even though I'm a little bit more conservative now. I'm not as excited about Rebellion potentially selling out, the pre-sale selling out. That still remains, and I think there'll still be some fireworks hopefully later on in the week. But we had several people literally on stream today say that they're not buying anything else, or they're not buying any Rebellion anymore. So I just don't know how much of an impact that's going to make. I'm going to buy about 105 packs. I guess I should do that sooner rather than later. I don't know why I'd be waiting, but I guess I can just go ahead and do that. And then go from there. All right, guys, have an amazing rest of your day. Oh, hold on. Vilson says I'll be around probably, so I'll get to making videos when I get something to talk about. Sweet. Cool, man. Looking forward to it. Keep on keeping on. Oh, yeah. End of season is tomorrow. Would you be down to some live coming days? Yeah, let me know. It's just this week. So after starting Friday, I got family coming into town for the holidays for the next week and a half. So literally until Land comes out, I'm not going to be doing much. I don't even know if I'll be able to make content for most of that time. I'll try to, but in a way, what's kind of nice, I guess my silver lining is the fact that like I'm probably going to completely check out of Splinterlands now since nothing's going on. The pre-sale ends on Friday. Everybody's going to be on break, and there's no Land stuff happening for a week and a half. So maybe that'll be for the best, so that I don't feel the FOMO while I'm like hanging with family. Be like, oh, what's happening with Land? Are we flywheeling yet? What's going on? But all right, guys, have an amazing rest of your day. I may be on live later today, trying out some of the new games for Gala, or Parallel. We'll see what Dark Knight wants to do. But otherwise, I will catch you all Thursday. I mean, maybe tomorrow. We'll see how the gaming stuff works out. But yeah, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, maybe later today. Who knows? But next, like Splinterlands focus stream will be on Thursday, and then we'll be closely following the Rebellion presale, and hopefully we get some fireworks, and that still does sell out. But otherwise, have an amazing rest of your day, week. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.